Supposed to do before you conduct the training? What is the things that you have to ensure, right, in terms of the preparation?
I have a few checklists.
Okay.
One is basically for myself, for instructors,
Right.
and the second thing is based on the equipment. And finally, I'm going to check on the logistics, stationery, and all other supplies, which includes table arrangement as well. So initially for instructors, I'm going to check for attendance list. So since it is just one candidate, I presume that I have an attendance list for him, and all the participant profile, and have the pre-training evaluation, what I'm supposed to do with the subject guide, and course notes, which is attached to the learning guide itself. I have checked the name badges, and checked with the post-training evaluation form, and I also have a special needs checklist based on the participant's profile. And the second criteria for checklist is based on the equipment. I have two cloth napkins. I have one demonstration of the working table. I have 2 chairs for briefing the candidate. And I'm supposed to have an electric iron, but I don't have, so I presume that I have an electric iron. And there's no others necessary for the training.
Okay, can I clarify something? Your electric iron, are you going to, is your electric iron part of the task that you are going to demonstrate with him, the task that he has to perform? Is the electric iron?
It is not in the main task, or it is in the skill note. As a pointer, if I will be telling my candidate that if and only if you want to do refold, or because the moment they start, the napkin itself is just nice.
Right.
But if you want to correct at any time, you want to unfold and do the thing back, you will need an iron.
Right.
So I have given as a keynote. But previously I was using a mouse.
Right.
The mouse as an iron and simulated something like that. Stationery, I have a pen for the candidates.
Yeah.
You want to for all the checklists?
Do you want to simulate the iron?
Yes, that would be.
No? Okay, you can use this to simulate.
I have a stopwatch for assessment, or just to get with the learning outcome whether it is met within the stipulated time. A4 size papers for any checking or clarification. Table arrangement, I'm going to go with the table and 2 chairs. And for all the specific course needs, I have my briefing checklist. I have my feedback form for briefing conducted. I have my OJT, and I have my OJT evaluation form. Okay. So my checklist is done.
Okay, so if you're ready, you want to call your learner is outside waiting, you can start. Okay, Riaz, you turn on ready?
Yeah, on ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May I?
Oh yeah, please go ahead.
Morning, McDonald. My name is Nivas. Nice to have you here. Please be seated. So, how do you feel for the day?
Oh, really good.
Really good?
Yes.
So, all your conveyance up to here was nice.
It was good. It was good.
Was it the first time you're coming to this place?
Yes, it's my first time coming.
Okay, good, great. And how do you? Are you excited?
Oh, totally.
Totally excited, is it? Okay. But based on your profile, what I have learned through your profile, I learned that you have been in F&B industry and you have been in doing the task that you're going to learn now. It should be quite easy for you to learn this actually. That I should say, and I should definitely encourage that this thing should be very simple for you.
I'll try my best.
And overall, what we're going to do is we're going to learn a new type of napkin folding, and that napkin folding you will be implementing in your restaurant in the near future. And you will also be required to pass the skill, or you have to train more waiters or captains in the long run. So this is something that your organization has sent you to get the skill, and you have to pass it down to others. And I need to brief you on certain things before we get into this training program itself, which is very short, which is very simple as well. Just we need to have some paperwork or processes which is done at the right time. And foremost thing about this place, This is going to be our training room,
Mm.
right? And regarding safety, this is going to be the only door, and I'll be the only person responsible for your safety down in this building. So if we have any fire alarm or any sort of emergencies, I'll be guiding you until the final exit or to the nearest assembly point.
Mm.
Is that clear for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Regarding toilets or washrooms, water, we have sufficient water here. Toilet rooms, and I think maybe for the first time, it is just you have to walk left and turn right and pick your toilet or washroom facilities. And those are the two safety concerns and special needs. And we have it for the day. And second important safety thing, we have a electric iron over there.
Mm.
Because we will be using it in between while we are doing the demonstration in case if our cloth napkin is crumpled or we have to fold it back as how we want it to look exactly. So during that time we might be using electric iron. In that case, you will have to be very careful with the plugs, the connections, whether it is switched off or on. You have to on only when it is necessary. If it is not, you have to switch it off. Even unplugging it would be very good. So be careful about the electric safety point, which is the iron itself, right? And that should be just nice for the safety thing. And regarding the training itself, this OJT is about for 30 minutes, and the total duration is just again 30 minutes. We don't have several training sessions to conduct like 15 minutes in the next few hours or like 30 minutes in a few days. No, we'll start at 0 minutes and we'll finish at 30 minutes and that is it. So the duration for the whole total OJT is 30 minutes. And what we're going to do is we're going to do over there, a bird's paradise napkin folding. And the objective is you have to perform it within 3 minutes. Right? So your time is like 3 minutes, which is plenty of time. And we are going to have demonstrations. I'll do demonstrate for you, and you'll have ample time for your skills, you're practicing the skills, and finally you will have an assessment, short assessment within 5 or 10 minutes, and we'll have a feedback session where to improve or how to improve, and what are the key points that you have really noted, things like that we'll go through during our session. And that should be a short brief on OJT's training session itself. Any questions so far? Are you feeling comfortable?
Feeling comfortable.
Thank you so much. And activities, we'll just have to look for our examples like pictures. That should be our only activity. And we'll have only one session, because since this OJT is a simple one, we'll have only one session. We are not required to come back for further learning or further sessions. And there will not be any tea breaks and lunches because it is just 30 minutes. In fact, it's quite understandable. And the main thing, the learning outcome is within 3 minutes, you'll be able to do this bird of paradise folding. Right? Is that clear? The objective?
Yes, sir.
The reason for why you're being here, why you're here?
Yes, sir.
Definitely. Thank you so much. And when our assessment or during the training period itself, please switch off your handphones if you have any or any other electronic devices that might disturb our training. Right? And any questions so far?
No, sir.
Sure. Okay. May I ask you a evaluation of what I have done so far, a briefing evaluation, so that it might help me for future study. Okay, here we go. Just random check. And what we have is roughly whether I have briefed all different parts or whether the briefing was done clearly, things like that. Take your time. All right. Shall we? Right. Just stand beside me. This is completely for you, for your reference. It is the iron, so we have a socket. Only if we need it, we have to plug it on and carefully whenever with the electric iron, right? Let me put this aside. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate the skill of doing bird's paradise cloth napkin folding. which is supposed to be done in 3 minutes. So I'm going to do it. You'll have to watch carefully and see whether you can scrutinize or come up with more or any form of questions that really hinders you during the process itself, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how to do about this bird's paradise folding? So you have your top napkin, right? Go from here, that's the first one you have to lay the napkin flat and you have to fold it into half,
Yes, sir.
right? Give it gentle tap so that it's clean and comfortable. And then again fold it into quarters. Right? Once you've done this, you have to make it into a good, neat looking triangle. Right? And make sure you have 2 triangles, right? One is this side and the other one is this side. And you have 1, 2, 3, and 4 layers. So make sure you put the 4 layers on here, and like this. And you can use your iron if you want to really make it into a crumple-free napkin. And now, this 1, 2, 3 folding have to go inside in a way that you have to make a fold like this. Right? You should not fold the other way. So you have to fold this way, following with the other side. Right? And you have to tuck in the small 2 triangles, like I said. So the small ones, which is here, you have to tuck in between and gently fold it to bring it like this. Right? You can press it like this. And you have to hold firmly here and pull flap easily like this. And every single flap have to be in uniform distance. So that is it. Right? I'll show you one more time. So you have your square napkin. Step number 1 is fold into half. Step number 2 is fold it into quarters, nice square. Fold it into triangle, right? And this triangle you have to check with the multiple layers on top and make it into fold like this. And do it with the other side, right? And you can use the iron if you want to really have a clean, gentle texture. Fold the small 2 triangles just underneath and bring it together like this. And give a gentle press. Hold at the base firmly and pull out all the flaps with gentle or uniform spaces. So your end product must look like this, and we use normally with the dinner or lunch presentations like this. Fine? Is it fine?
Yes.
You can try. You can use this.
Okay. First, I have my egg cake facing down.
Okay.
Then I fold my napkin into half.
Half. Yeah.
Okay. Then I fold my napkin into a quarter.
Correct.
Okay. After that, I fold my napkin into a triangle.
Correct.
Okay, with multiple layers facing upward.
Correct.
Okay. And then I fold like this.
Correct.
I fold on the other side.
Right.
And I have 2 tails over here.
Right.
I'll fold it in.
Exactly.
And I'll fold it in over here. I have to ensure that each layers are uniformly spaced out. Okay.
That's excellent. That's excellent. That's exactly it's the birds of paradise napkin folding. And the way you have done is very good. You have grasped quickly, and the key points that how you have to fold to form a triangle, where you have to have the multiple layers, which direction to face, everything was very good. I think you have done this quite nicely. So you have more time. If you have any questions, you can ask me now, because after that I'm going to leave you to practice the skill for like 10 minutes. I'll be back and we will have our assessment if you're fine with the practice.
Okay, I have no question. I'll just let you practice.
All right, thank you very much. I'll be back in 10 minutes time.
All right.
Got it? We have a program evaluation form for you, and what you have is about the trainers' effectiveness, and you have your training program, how about the administration facilities that you have been gone through so far, and you have things like this. And you have agree, strongly agree, and until strongly disagree. You can take, and you can leave any remarks if you want. Right? You can sign at the end. Monthly review on assessment. Right? Just relax. Okay. And assessment is very simple. What you have to do is this task. While you do it, you have to describe what you are doing. I have to fold it into half. I'm folding it into a triangle. I'm pressing it here. What is the skill point being present in every different task? So things like that you have to give me information so that it will be easy for me to gather your knowledge. So your assessment time is roughly 10 minutes, and your task is fold, napkin folding, birds of paradise napkin folding in 3 minutes time. That will be your learning outcome and the assessment objective as well. And during the assessment time, you're not supposed to have any breaks, or I think your mobile phone is still switched off. And if you have any questions regarding the assessment, you may ask.
No, I don't have.
You're fine. So, are we all set? I'm looking for your napkin folding within 3 minutes. Right? Fine? Okay, sure. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, start.
Okay. First, I have my napkin in a square.
Fine.
Then I'll fold this into half, into a rectangle. After I've done so, I fold it into a square. Then I'll fold a triangle with multiple layers facing upward. And then after that, I fold a triangle on this side, I fold on the other side. Okay. Make sure the two tails over here are tucked in, and then I fold it into half. After I've done so, just give it a gentle press down. And I will lift this layer up, ensure that the layers are spaced out evenly.
Right, well done. You've done it in 35 seconds. It should be good outcome, definitely. So how do you feel? How do you feel after doing this, learning this?
Oh, I'm very comfortable.
Very comfortable. And I should also say that areas for improvement is, in fact, nil. It's just nice. It looks really good. It looks more professional, and you're quite very observant. And I should say that you have learned the skill constantly in a very short moment, and you're competent in doing this learning outcome. Fold napkin. This is fold napkin to form the bird of paradise napkin folding in 3 minutes, and you have done it in 35 seconds. So you are definitely competent, and your assessment ends up here. And for the follow-up, I'll refer you to the restaurant manager, your boss again, and what you have been through, what is the training about, and how far you have did your napkin folding, how did you learn it and everything, and you'll be able to pass the skill or transfer this knowledge to your subordinates, I guess. So I'll follow up with your restaurant manager, and so I'm happy about what we have conducted in the past few minutes. Main outcome being the napkin folding, but finalized in 3 minutes, and I think we have met the learning outcome, and you will also be competent in this, in performing this skill or task, and I hope that you will pass this skill or knowledge to your subordinates or any of the other staffs that might require this learning. Do you have any questions to ask? If not, thank you so much. Thanks for your time and interest.
Thank you.
Okay.